Drive Print is our mobile printing and cost accounting application. It is one of the solutions as part of the Drive ecosystem and can be used particularly well in conjunction with our capture and routing application, Drive Image, for a single sign-on. There are four modules that make up Drive Print, and they can be used independently or together. Mobility Manager allows you to print over 500 file types, including files which cannot be rendered on your mobile device, to any manufacturer's device. The pole printing application allows you to submit jobs to a mobile hold queue or a pole printing queue, which can then be released later by authenticating at the device or utilizing the Drive Print app. Though utilizing the pole printing application should save you 15% on your overall printing cost. It's a usage tracking and reporting application, which can then track for any copies, scans, faxes, or prints that you're doing on the device, and it can track that based on individual, department, customer, or project. And a device authentication module, which allows you to lock down the device and then have the users authenticate and act as a single sign-on solution when used in conjunction with Drive Image. So with Drive Print, the application would run on its own server, and we would license the print devices. But commonly, our mobile printing functionality is added on to other cost accounting solutions such as PaperCut or EchoTrack and others. But Drive Print would act as a print server. So it's driverless printing. We're selecting the print driver that would be used for each print device. The most common method for submitting print jobs, we have four ways to submit those with Mobility Manager. Printing via email being the most common because you do not have to be on the network to submit those. I could send an email from anywhere in the world, and the application could then either validate that user is part of your directory, or it could say be in anonymous mode and say we don't care if this user is part of the directory or not. If they know about an email address associated with this device, then we're assuming that we want that individual to be able to print out the over 500 file types there. And of course, account for those prints for using the cost accounting module as well. In addition to the email submission, we can also do AirPrint if you're on the same Wi-Fi network, and we can have apps for iPhone and Android, which are both free, and we do have a web page upload as well. I'll walk you through how the app works real quick on the iPhone. So here I have an attachment to an email, so I could forward that email to an email address associated with a print device, and it would print that off. Or I could hold down my finger on that attachment, and it'll allow me to either use AirPrint or open that up within the Drive Print app. So now by opening that within the Drive Print app, I'm going to have finishing options. How many copies do I want? Do I want that in color or monochrome? I'd like to print this off in duplex? Or would I like to keep this job within my mobile hold queue after I print it? You can also select which target you'd like to print that job out at. It'll now ask me to confirm that I want to print that document, show me this message while it rasterizes the document, and then I'll receive a message saying that job has been created. I can also open the Drive Print app and simply look within my mobile hold queue or job list. And here I would see any jobs that I have submitted via the pole printing or follow me printing module if I'm utilizing that, or simply jobs that I have submitted to my mobile hold queue from the Drive Print app. Select the job I would like to print, and then when I am selecting the target, I have multiple options on how to do that. So I could simply select the name of that device, but maybe I either do not know the name of that device, or I have so many different devices logged which are licensed that I don't want to have to scroll through a long list of devices. So I can also scan a QR code, and that QR code could either be on the device panel, in the case if you were using our device authentication module, and that would tell our server the IP address of where you would like to print that job at. There's a screenshot of us scanning that QR code. The QR code can also be used to log into the device. So if I'm using device authentication, we can log a user in by using a QR code or by scanning the QR code with the Drive Print app, or if they're already using proxy cards or RFID cards, security badges, we can integrate with any of those, or assign a 4-digit short code to that user. So with any of the Drive Print modules, we can be pulling over the users and managing those users from any LDAP and syncing those users, and then associating a 4-digit shortcode with those users so they can use that to log in, which would be much faster and easier than entering a username and password. So again, we have single sign-on functionality that's available when you are authenticating within Drivve Print. And that's going to give you several advantages in terms of functionality you can utilize with Drivve Image. Specifically, if you are sending emails from the device, you would have access to your full address book, and those emails would show up as coming from that authenticated user and show up in their sent items. If you're scanning to a home folder, you can do that with a single touch of a button after you've authenticated with Drivve Print. And if you're scanning into various back-end systems such as SharePoint or a file server or World Docs, you would simply see the folders that you have permission to see. So you're not going to accidentally scan into a folder and then have a lost document because you don't have permission to see the folder where you scan that document into. If you have any questions, you can find information on our website at drivve.com.